Hi, listeners of Heavy Friending. This is Laura Lee Bishop sitting here with my very, very, very good friend. Very, very, very good friend. Great friends. Really close.
You're like
some would say a couple
whispering.
Even. Joe Barlow.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Heavy Friending.
What's wrong with you?
I just wanted to get in the space, the serious space of our feelings and talking and calm tones that elicit truth and emotions out of people.
Oh, you have to speak that way to elicit?
Yes. And you have to move your hands in a certain way, too.
That also works for meditation. You could do that voice. You'd be like, now inhale. And... Nope. Simon didn't say.
Guys, welcome to Heavy Friending.
Oh, what a show. We have a guest today.
Yeah, well, kind of, I feel like almost like we're her guests.
Oh.
Because she's going to be leading. You know, she's the leader.
A better, hey,
what if she takes over?
What if she's a better host?
I mean, we'll just have to kill her, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my God.
What? That's how you get close. We've said this before.
Hiding the body.
Hiding the body.
The killing doesn't bring you closer.
No,
but it's
it would
the
definitely
teamwork.
bring us closer if we killed together. It would bring us closer because then we're both in it now.
But here's the thing: who's really killing together? Usually, it's just like one person. You got the person with the gun.
I don't know,
they shot
Bonnie and
the person.
Clyde?
No, but I mean, they're individually killing people. But then, when do you really work together? It's to hide that bod.
Yeah. When you cut up the parts.
Well, yeah, maybe
and stuff.
maybe you cut it. Maybe
acid.
Maybe you put it in a tub of acid.
Yeah. That'll bring us.
But that's the friendship.
Well, I hope she knows what's at stake here.
I think she's going to be afraid to come on the show if she hears this.
No, she's going to be fine. She's a level-headed gal, okay? She's a professional.
Okay.
She can see through all this bullshit here. She can see it from a mile away. I know that.
I think I'm fine, but that sounds frightening.
Well, today, guys, we are going to be therapized. Is that what you would say?
No.
Baptized in therapy.
Okay. I actually like that.
Okay, yeah. Therapized. We are going to do couples counseling today with a professional.
Wait, what?
Marriage and family counseling therapist.
You told her we're a couple?
We are a couple.
And
we're not?
I wouldn't.
I don't know. How many people does it take? 1, there's you. 2, there's me. That sounds like a couple if you ask me.
Technically, it's a couple, but I think that word...
We share a life together. We share a home. We share values.
We share these things.
We share your dog. We share, all of our hopes and dreams. I don't know.
Well, we share.
We share stuff together.
We just share words, but we don't share
Fluids.
your home or anything.
Come on, man. Don't.
Well, I have your water, if that's what you mean.
Yes, you hold my water.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Sharing waters. For sure. Guys, stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're really going to be getting into it. Yes, therapized. Can't wait.
This is Heavy Friending. I'm friending you so hard. An alliance slowly forming like a boulder in my heart. So if you want to fucking friend me, better give me all you got. No, I don't take this lightly, cause it's heavy. Heavy Friending. There is an eagle flying.
All right, guys, here we are with, well, not doctor yet, but she's on her way there, Ashlee Martlage.
Hello, everyone.
I like it. Okay, hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah. I'm great.
So let's talk about your expertise.
Do you feel like he's yelling now? I'm just curious. Just
no.
from a second. Okay.
No.
You don't feel like he got a lot louder?
No, I think he's got
knew.
like a stage presence.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Ashlee. But you would tell us about your knowledge base.
So I'm a marriage family therapist by practice up until I moved over to Austin a year and a half ago now. So I've been in Austin. I go to UT, and I'm going to be Dr. Ashlee someday.
Yes.
I'm going to start a hashtag what would Dr. Phil don't, and I'm going to be more famous on him someday.
Oh,
What's
wow.
wrong
This
with
is the
Dr.
first
Phil?
step.
Because I think a lot of people criticize him because they think he's like
You sent
not
me
a
a
doctor.
picture of him over the
I
weekend.
always have photos on file of him. But like, what's wrong with Dr. Phil?
Well, I think that Dr. Phil likes to tell people what to do instead of listen
Stop interrupting me.
to what people would like to do. And I think that's a problem. And
Yeah.
he doesn't allow people to have their own space to be who they are. He would rather everyone be what Dr. Phil would like you to do or be. So
We're going to run my agenda, and we're going to talk about what I want to talk about.
Do you think he handled the Cash Me Outside, How About That girl?
Good Gucci
Well,
flip-flops.
Yeah, what would you
Bad
have
Baby?
how could you have handled that better?
Okay, just wondering.
Don't you like Dr. Phil isms though?
Oh, sure.
You're a
What's a good
corn
one?
crib out of
A corn
that
crib.
hole of a tiger lily.
Right.
Okay, that
yeah.
sounds-
He says that
That's
kind of
on
stuff,
brand.
and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's more of an
A corn
inflection
crib,
thing
I
than
mean-
like the
Right.
words he's saying.
Right.
Sometimes I wonder if it's just him saying things about himself that he's
Yeah.
echoing out to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
So,
Projecting.
yeah.
That's a therapy
Yeah.
thing, right?
It is projecting.
So you, as a marriage kind of therapist and a family therapist,
Yeah.
what types of things are you doing in, like, for instance, a session?
Oh, it depends on who's in my room with me or who's in the session. But what we normally do is we look at, okay, who's here, who's not here. We agree we're not going to talk about who's not here because they're not here to defend themselves or otherwise contribute. And then we look at, like, let's agree upon a goal so that when session's over today, that we have met some sort of compromise or some common ground.
Do you think we're a complicated case?
I'm barely scratching the
Yeah.
surface. So
But
How
just,
long would it
just
take
seeing,
for you
just
to-
looking through the
to
window,
know?
are you seeing like issues here?
I see issues everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the
Sure.
rose-colored
Like when Joe
glasses.
looks in the mirror.
Yeah. Right.
So many issues.
You're like the Haley Joel Osment of issues.
Right.
You see them everywhere.
I see issues in people. Yeah.
I love it. That was a good one, Joe.
Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Let's start on a good
Yeah,
note.
so we're
Do
doing
friends
that.
go to therapy?
Yeah, they do.
Really?
Yeah.
But we're more than friends, right, Joe?
What would that be?
The best of friends? Bestest friends?
Well,
We're a couple of
let's
sorts.
let Ashley decide. She's an expert in
All
this
right,
field.
whatever you say.
But you guys are the experts in you.
Oh, wow. That's
You're
an
Dr. Phil.
Ashleyism. Yeah,
She's
that's
the
going to
new
be
Dr. Phil.
You're the expert of you.
That's right.
You're a corn cob. He does have a funny voice and a mustache. So
Yeah.
He does.
It
And a
makes
bald
sense
head.
why he's successful.
Yeah.
Don't let the door hit you in the
It could be you one day.
Well,
The way I said that, it could be you one day. It sounded a little French, no?
okay.
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 Cool.
Ashley, so we're going to set a goal now. What
Yeah.
would be an example of a goal? Just a relationship goal?
Yeah. Yeah. I think, like, when I do marriage counseling, right, the goal is, are we going to stay together or are we going to break
wow.
up or are we going to get
Wow.
divorced?
So that's an option.
Yeah,
I could
that's-
say,
yeah.
well,
But
I
see how
just
sick
need
it
to
is
know
when he
what's
does?
on the table.
Yeah.
It's sickening to me. It's been a year now.
I just want to know what's on the table, Ashley.
Okay,
Says
well,
maybe it is we're in
let's,
too deep and we say, oh, it's
Joe,
good. It was good. We
is
got
that a
few
goal
good
you want?
episodes. And
Right.
we would cherish the episodes, right, Ashley?
Yeah,
we would
absolutely.
cherish them.
Or you would burn them, whatever.
We could burn
Yeah.
them. Wow.
Yeah,
this is getting-
burning.
this is
That
getting
sounds
fun.
good. What about burning each other with fire?
Ashley, no, right?
No, that sounds like fringe therapy, and I have to defend my
Oh,
field. And fringe therapy is not
fringe, you're just
not
burning each
legal
other.
or ethical at all. No,
Just setting each other
Yeah.
on fire.
All right. So a short-term goal for me would be for this episode. You know what? I'm going to try and be respectful and listen. Because
Okay.
we were saying Dr. Phil, not listening. I'm going to be the opposite of that.
What
I'm going to be
Dr. Phil
what I
don't.
like to say, a corn cob
Okay,
on a
lily
tiger
pad.
lily. What about you?
A short-term goal for me would be to try not to make fun of you as much, I guess, for this episode.
How do you feel about the as much, Ashley?
the as much is
Because
something
I
that you have
can't
to
go from
contextualize, though. Like
100
how
to
many
0.
times?
Okay, it's usually like constant. So if I could just keep it to maybe every 15 minutes or something like that.
Now you want to do it you're setting a goal.
Yeah, because
Every 15, I'm going to make
that's
fun
like
of you.
really tapering myself down, I think.
Do you think, though, that maybe that's something that contributes to relationship in a positive way?
I think he likes it. I think he's into it if you want to know the truth. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't want to process that, but I just want to check in and hear if you both heard each other's goal for today.
I heard you.
Hers was like mean and mine was good.
It's interesting though, because he started it off saying he would like to you jumped at the opportunity to end the friendship. So you say mean things too that are actually meaner.
Ashley, we have to laugh.
Okay.
Right?
I think long-term goal for us is to work on our friendship and take our friendship to the next level, elevate a little bit, because I think we've
I just
plateaued.
don't know what the level is. You know what I mean? We're at a level. Why do we need to constantly reassess?
Well, the level we're
levels?
at is we just do the podcast together. And so I'm trying to be actual friends, and I invite you to things, you never come, like to be actual friends and get a little more from you.
Okay, interesting.
What's interesting about that, Joe?
Well, I think it's interesting because I don't know if I have really any friendships that are, to a degree that I think she wants this friendship to be at. So it's interesting to think that Laura would be my only friend like that. Like I have good casual friends, we go out, we do things. But I see Laura more than probably most of my friends because of this.
Oh, so you say the word interesting because you already think that you're at that next level that
This is a
she's
big
desiring
level.
you to be at.
Yeah.
I guess we should let this process a little bit, and we'll go to break and come back. And I guess we're really going to get into it here.
Oh, interesting.
Guys, buckle in. It's going to be a bumpy night. Hey, Joe, I've got a great idea.
What's
I know
that?
I know we're on a break, and so we're not right.
Oh, we're on a break.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be doing any therapy type stuff in the break. This is just like chill time, right?
Yeah.
But I thought maybe we could do some role playing in the break.
They do that. I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen that on the
TV
movies.
versions of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to be you.
Yeah.
Joe, when I feel when you...
Joe Barlow here. Hi, how you doing, Laura? What's the deal with zippers?
It's hard for me to continue.
You know what? You don't have to continue, because I think what we just did was great. It showed that you're really rude and do horrible impressions, and then I do great impressions and I'm spot on. And
that's what is called quality.
Yes, quality. And that's what we're getting at, is quality here.
And quality, I don't know, comes at a price.
Yeah,
Much like a Yeti.
Still with zippers. Like, do you hear your voice, your cadence?
Yeah.
The rise and fall.
What's wrong with that?
It's just easy to impersonate.
Some call me
That's all.
a sing-song gent.
Yeah, see? There you go. A James Dean on the scene, if you will.
I like that. He didn't
Yeah.
talk that way, did he?
No, I'm talking like you.
A James Dean on the scene.
Yeah, see?
I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
But the point is, quality comes at a cost.
It does.
Right?
It comes at a heavy price.
Let's face it.
Are you willing to pay the price?
Are you willing to pay the price? Certainly, this is available for free, and we recommend, at minimum, you subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe.
Tell your loved ones about it.
Yeah, spread the word. You can get on social media, reach us there, and tweet about the show, Instagram about the show.
So maybe that's the cost. It's just,
also-
sharing with friends. But there's a way you could help us even more.
Yes. Please, there's a site. It's called Patreon. Please.
Okay, just
Please. Patreon.com.
What would we find there?
This site is a place to facilitate donations from fans to their favorite content creators.
Oh, and what are we if not
Creators
your
of content.
favorite content creators?
Yes, I agree. I mean, I'm my favorite content creator. You're my second favorite.
Whoa.
What's your rank looking like?
I really love The Tonight Show.
They need more money, right? They need
They're
some
not really
donations.
crowdfunded.
So what you do is you go to patreon.com/heavyfriending and you donate an amount of money, a monthly amount. It could be $1.
You
It could
choose.
be $2.
You choose.
And when you donate, you're not giving away something for nothing. You're going to get shit back. You're going to get exclusive content only for patrons.
Yeah. I just got a new camera.
Oh man, we've been shooting some weird shit, guys.
I'm going to be
some real freaky deaky stuff.
editing that, and that's an exclusive. So you want to see what
in 4K, all right? You can
do you
really
want to
zoom in on some stuff.
what I look like in 4K? There's only one way.
Yep.
And that's a donation on patreon.com/heavyfriending.
Heavy friending. Oh, well, you said it faster, and I was too slow on that one.
I didn't know we were doing
Yeah,
it as
I know,
a couple.
but can we do it?
Alrighty, welcome back to Heavy Friending. We are here in a very, very important couples therapy session where we just decided that interesting was not an interesting word anymore. Rather, it was a loaded word. Is that right?
Well, you made that discovery. I also think I just say interesting as like a space filler.
Well, like fine,
It doesn't
okay.
have any meaning necessary, but maybe, I mean, you did find meaning, so perhaps.
Yeah. If you need space on that, we can come back to it.
I need space on that.
Okay. Yeah. You
I have a feeling he's going to say that a lot, though. Don't give him
do.
too many chances because it will be all space and no.
Corn cob.
Yep.
Well, I think too, it's important to have a ground rule. If we put something on the table, we're bringing it back because we don't avoid things; we move through them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like this is really a lot more intense than I thought it was going to be. Do you feel the same way, Joe?
No.
Joe. Okay.
I'm all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do a check-in for a second. How is everyone?
I feel like we're really going to have to talk about things.
Yeah.
And so I'm a little nervous about it. And I think
Why? Because you have to
feel-
examine your behavior?
I feel that
Perhaps.
Joe is saying he's not concerned, but I feel that he is. Because I know
Are
him.
you saying I feel because you think that's like what you're supposed to
yeah.
do?
Yeah. I feel like that's what they say. I feel that you
Feel.
do this thing.
Yeah.
That you're dumb.
Yeah, that's a really common mistake that's made by groupings of people like couples or friends, family members, and it's when you use an I statement that's actually a you statement. So, you statement was what you had just said. I feel that you are
Yeah, that you
blank.
suck. Yeah.
Right. And then so we're gonna retrain that for a second.
Okay.
Let's do an I statement where you say I feel, and then you're saying a feeling, and then when you're talking about someone else, you can say when, and then you put a situation in there instead of making it I feel about
Okay.
someone else.
I feel a little bit on my own and isolated when Joe is cavalier towards this intense situation that we're about to face.
So, Joe, what'd you hear there?
She chose the word cavalier, which I think's cool because I'm kind of like, now I'm like a guy who doesn't care,
James Dean on the
which
scene.
I think is good because I think I care too much.
What does caring too much mean?
Just, like, when you care like this much and then I'm up here. And for the listeners, I gestured my hands at about cheek
Yeah.
level and then I raised it to above my head.
And I know we're just getting started here, but I'm just going to make an observation. I feel like
Yeah.
you're sidestepping a lot of the confrontational questions. So maybe we'll go at it a little more gently with maybe a different exercise.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think about that?
That sounds good to me.
Interesting.
It's
That sounds good to me, doctor. Future
Yes,
doctor.
yes, future doctor.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we're in agreement. We can do another exercise.
Yes.
Good. Okay. So we're gonna do something where I'm gonna have you guys face each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, I'm ready for it.
okay.
You're gonna face each other. Let me know when you're feeling settled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so I want you guys to just look into each other's eyes, not intensely, not terrifyingly,
your glasses on.
but intentionally. And I would like you guys to go back and forth. We'll try 5. Back and forth with some positive affirmations about the other person. So positive affirmations being something you can appreciate about them,
You're going to feed these to us, right?
something valuable.
We don't have to come up with them, right?
5 things about me?
Yeah.
I got one for you.
Okay.
So just a thing I admire about her?
Yeah.
Okay. I admire your work ethic.
Thank you, Joe. I really appreciate that. I think you have a great sense of humor, Joe.
Oh, thank you. I think you have a good sense of humor too. Also,
I also think you have a great sense of humor.
Yeah, we said that one already.
now
Let's try a different one. Yeah.
Okay.
she's
Yeah.
Okay.
5's kind of a lot
Yeah,
now
I
that
feel
you
like
think.
it's, I'm getting a little frantic inside my
'Cause
mind.
I do
This is
too.
what we call stalling. I'm just going to keep.
Just like
I really like your sense of fashion
What?
lately. Has been great.
as in right now.
As you got I like your shirt.
Got a lot of compliments at work.
It's nice.
Thank you. I like. I think you're very talented, musically gifted.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. I think that the mustache was a great choice for your face, and I like when you have it.
I'm going to dispute that. This, Ashley, this is temporary.
Okay.
So she's liking something that I didn't have before. So now, how am I supposed to feel when I shave it off?
I just thought it was a brave choice, and it.
I feel like you're
worked
just
for you.
looking at me and you're like, oh, he's wearing a
trying to
shirt.
find things.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's wearing a
Okay,
mustache.
okay.
You guys, this is just looking at
Well,
each
I'm
other
just
and
saying,
positive
I'm doing a better job.
affirmations.
Okay,
Okay.
it's your turn.
Well, so let's
Do
try
you
that
like
again.
my mustache?
Not particularly. Let's see. Okay, this is where I open up. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
I think actually I do. You're a very good friend
Thank you.
to others.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna.
I'm just saying.
You know what they
in a
say? When
general
they go
sense,
low,
you're a good friend.
When they go low,
How am
I go
going
high,
low?
and
That's nice. I'm just saying, in a general sense, you're a good friend
to others,
to others.
as in not you.
Well, I don't think you're. No, I just mean to me and to others. You're a good friend.
I think you are extremely creative, and while not a musician per se, I think you've done some very.
There's an insult in there, Ashley.
You're not a musician, but you've done some great a couple
I was in
musical
the school band.
Okay.
Okay.
Let the record show I was in the school band.
I would like to just empower you to some silence so you can listen.
Okay, well,
Okay.
are you going to bring these things up that she's sort
She's
of
listening.
dissing me in
She's
my
listening.
This is supposed to make me feel good.
She's listening. I
Okay.
was going to say, and I really liked your song that you wrote and the video you made for it. We'll link it below, listeners, so you can check it out.
Okay. My final thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is a general thing.
Okay.
And I think you're just a pleasant person. You know, I think people want to be your friend.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. That may be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Among a big list of things that I've said that are nice about you.
Did we do them all?
Yeah,
Did we do a good
yeah.
job?
You guys covered the bases, but I want to just take a second and see how that was for both of you. So we'll start with Joe. You can go ahead. And what was that like for you, hearing and having to receive compliments?
Well, I wish they would have been more what I would deem as a compliment, I guess. I think there was some veiled insults. Or at least that's how I interpreted some of them.
You were feeling judged.
I felt like the mustache thing wasn't a compliment, ultimately. Laura's being good right now. So thank you so much for
I'm
for
empowering
listening to me.
myself with silence.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I guess that, I appreciated the positive things, but it seemed, like she was grasping and then ultimately insulting me.
Okay, we'll check back in with that in a second. But Laura, what was that like for you?
I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was very nice. And you know what? It made me think that that I knew a lot of those things because he has told me some of those things before. So perhaps I need to remember that he is nice sometimes to me.
Like maybe the level of intimacy that you both share is a little bit deeper than you initially thought.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you learned something really valuable that works toward your end of the goal here. And I think like we've unearthed a little bit of a problem that I'm seeing from Joe's side of the relationship where he feels like you're not being genuine with him.
I think that probably because when you reach out to someone so many times and you try so many times and it gets to a point where they're just very, they push away and push away, that you just start to perhaps put the wall up yourself and mask things with humor and insults. The pain, the pain with humor. You know, Joe. Aren't we both a couple sad clowns?
So Joe, you're really closed off right now. You got your arms folded. You were looking away.
True.
I'm wondering, is this a safe space for you to go a little bit deeper, or?
Well, I'm under threat of violence at all times here. And
So
you should know that.
So you don't. you don't feel safe.
Then you looked away. I think I feel safe. But yes, I'm glad you noticed that. I think I'm closed off to a lot of people. Like, I think that's kind of a normal posture for me, just to cross my arms like this. Because I think I'm afraid of people. Sometimes.
Okay.
And so for me, it's hard because I just don't understand why I'm still in the same category of everyone else. But
Of everyone, not everyone else, of everyone.
yeah, of everyone. Why
Everyone's scared. Well, except maybe my mother.
Oh, see,
You're not
now
on-
we're getting to it.
you're not
the
on mother
mommy.
level.
Let's
Right.
get into that a little bit.
What about the mommy?
Did you breastfeed?
I don't know. I don't recall.
Do we need to bring up the mommy issues for a second?
What would the mommy issues be?
Well, you're the one who brought it up, so I'm wondering what you think your mommy issues are.
I don't think I have any. I think it would be, mommy, daddy, Johnny, my family.
Family issues.
Family issues. That's what they are. No, I don't know.
Well, from everything I've heard, he had has a wonderful family and a nice upbringing. Perhaps that's why you are closed off, because you have such a close thing there that you just don't think that anyone else can provide you with that sort of intimacy that mom could give.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that can be one hypothesis, certainly, is that when you have such a good example and you have such a great family and you go out into this world, as you've described it, Laura, as turmoil and chaos, it can be pretty scary to leave the nest knowing that there's a lot of scary things out there, scary people out there.
Yeah, I was always afraid of people. Like, I feel like people thought I was confident and
Cool.
and a cavalier. but I was always a very nervous person. Like, I remember you had, like, there were certain classes I had to, like, raise my hand in. I was always, like, afraid, and, like, if I knew I had to do it, I was just, like, panicking until I, like, had to do it. Or if it was like, oh, we're doing speeches today. Like, I loved giving speeches, but I had such terrible, crippling, like, anxiety until I was up there, and then I could relax a little bit.
It's interesting he says that, because that's how he is when he comes to my house. Every time he walks in the door, he's so weird for about 5 minutes, and then he gets here and we have a great time, and then we're done recording and we kind of hang out and talk for a little while after. It's like you always come in with this sort of anxiety.
Yes. And that's not unique to you, I guess, is the point.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like it feels a little personal for you too, considering you see your relationship to be more meaningful than people.
Exactly. So when he says, well, it's not just you, it's everyone. I'm like, well, that's what I'm trying to say, is that I'm not everyone. I should be different, I feel, at this point. I don't want to push you, but I want to nudge you a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Should we do another?
Yeah, I have a great caveat into that with another exercise that we can do. And this is something you guys can check in on as long as your friendship continues
Something
to build.
we can continue to do.
Yes.
This
I like
could
that.
be a recurring segment.
Yeah, it could.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how I think. This relationship to me is a podcast.
Yeah.
Right, sure. And so we have basic emotions. We have 4 basic emotions. We have mad, sad, glad, and scared.
Okay.
Those are our 4 basic emotions that...
Laura has an extra one.
What's that? Just like
Aroused.
Oh, that's true. Don't forget that one.
Or is that
I'm in
under
a
mad?
constant state. No, it goes with all of them. No, yeah, it's mad.
Any of them slash around.
Slash around.
It's more of a calibration
Yeah.
than anything. But our basic emotions happen without having thoughts. They don't get very complicated. You just
Oh,
experience
see, my
them.
arousal is very complicated,
Right.
so that's why it's not on the basic emotions. It's a very tricky thing.
And so with our basic emotions, a lot of times we need people who are close to us, help us navigate through the good, the bad, the ugly, and the scared.
Okay.
Right? And so I want you guys to just take a second and think about how you could be supportive to each other in those 4 basic emotional states.
Okay.
So think about how you can be supportive to each other. And then I want you to move into thinking about how can they be supportive of you. So Laura, how can Joe be supportive of you? And Joe, how can Laura be supportive of you when you're feeling mad, glad, sad, and scared?
And if you want to think of how you could support me when I'm aroused, that's just a little extra
It's
bonus.
just get
Little
out of the way.
bonus.
Yeah.
It's very easy. Mad, sad, glad, scared. Mad, I know. I know Laura's mad.
I think I kind of know you're mad too.
I know.
It's
I know
more
you're
passive
sad.
than
I know
mine.
you're sad as well. I know you're mad, you're sad. Glad, yeah. It's when you open the
Rare.
door to see me. And scared. I haven't seen you scared, have I?
I think my sort of scared is different. I've been I've been dealing with one of my friends is very ill. Stage 4 melanoma. And so that would be my scared.
I guess it's
I think
sad scared.
sad scared.
I haven't seen
and
just
it's mad.
scared, but I guess, oh yeah.
It's like all those, but it's very scared. Like that's been terrifying to me. It's all I can think about. And I wake up in the morning, and so first thing I think about it, I'm so terrified. So that's, I guess, yeah, I'm less scared of like the boogeyman than I am of losing the people I love.
That is scary though.
It is. Yeah.
So it sounds like this exercise is going to be really informative on how Joe can support you with what's going on right now with you and your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my method for my life has been try and make people glad when they're sad or scared or mad.
I'm the same way.
I've deflected into trying to convert everyone into glad.
You both agree that humor is your biggest defense mechanism.
Yes, for sure.
So in order to take this relationship to the next level, it may be helpful to understand other ways in those mad, sad, scared moments.
Yeah. Can I just pause for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good. Ashley,
This is really good. It is really good. I was
good.
just thinking the same
Okay.
thing. I'm like, whoa.
I'm like, Dr. Phil, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Honestly, fuck you.
And your lily pad.
And your corn cob.
Yeah, and your
And your
lily
corn
pad.
husk. Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, he sucks now. And now
Oh,
I
man.
know, because before
Yeah.
all I knew was him. I'm like, oh, he's good.
That's a complete load of crap.
Where were we? I don't know.
We were talking about the mad, sad, glad, scared.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So whoever wants to go first with sharing maybe how they can be supported while they're feeling sad, not in using humor. Let's take humor off the table as a vessel to deliver the supportive friendship.
Okay. Woof.
Yeah,
Take it off the table.
taking it off entirely.
I have nothing.
What if I say it in a serious way, but I move my body in a funny way?
I'll know. I mean,
You go first, Joe.
so what am I saying? I'm saying what would help me when I'm sad. Okay. Well, the last time I was sad, I was watching The Little Prince. Have you guys seen The Little Prince?
I've
That's
read it,
good
but
on
I haven't seen
Netflix.
it.
I checked out the book at the library. Now I'm reading the book.
I mean,
And
it's short,
I got
right?
sad. It's a full-length feature film on Netflix.
I meant the book. It's short.
Well, I'm just saying the movie, they really just created
Really?
a world.
Great. Okay, cool.
They
I'll
created
check it
an
out.
entire world. It's so good.
Check it out.
I love the animation style.
Yeah, I would love to hear what would make you feel better when you're feeling sad.
Well, I'm just trying to get into my sad place, which
Sure. Okay.
most recently was The
Yeah.
Little Prince. That was a good movie. A very good movie.
But until you talk about the, can I just, if you don't mind, could we talk about something a little more serious about being sad? Like a time that you were actually sad, like that had like stakes, maybe?
Yeah.
Like maybe when the job transition was going on, or
Yeah, well, that was many of the emotions.
Okay.
Sad, mad,
Right.
not glad,
No, not glad.
not aroused either. What was it? Sad,
don't know.
mad,
I thought I
glad,
saw a little
and
scared.
Oh, I was scared for
yeah.
sure. 'Cause,
Right.
I didn't know if I would have a paycheck. Still scared. I'm usually scared.
Yeah.
So there's not much anyone can do to help me not be scared.
Right.
But for sadness, I don't know what I need. Because I wish maybe if we cried together.
Can you cry?
Yeah, I've cried.
Oh, I don't know. Some people.
I watched Coco. This movie called Coco.
Oh,
It's
wow.
an animated film.
I'm noticing this pattern about like you're able to connect emotions to memories when you were a kid, but when you're an adult, there's
Well, this is a
this
couple weeks ago.
this wall.
No, I mean I haven't had like a serious cry about life for probably 3 years. What would I need? I don't know.
So when you were
What do
going through
people
that
need?
time, I guess, was there anything that I could have done more or better than I did during that hard time?
No,
So it was great. So I'm pretty perfect.
I think it was fine. Yeah, I mean,
So wait, let's step back before you keep analyzing it. What did she do? Give me some behaviors, some actions.
she checked in.
Okay.
Because I think
did a
I think
lot.
I was alone and I was staying in my apartment a lot.
Isolating.
Yeah, because I didn't want to go out because I didn't want to spend money that I didn't have. I didn't want to. I was pretty, and then I was just watching like Coco and The Little Prince.
Yeah.
And weeping.
Right.
And so Laura would check in, and no, I mean that's all I really needed. It was nice when people checked in. It was
tried to
really
find
nice.
jobs for you.
It was nice when people, said, "Hey, I heard about this thing," even if it wasn't something that I was that interested in. It was very nice to know. So I think it's small things. For me, it was just like, "Hey, thought about you." I think you even said that in a text, like, "Oh, I thought about you."
I was very worried about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just watching The Little Prince and.
But do you ever
Coco.
worry about me?
I do, yeah. Well, especially, but I don't know what to do about your friend.
Well, yeah, there's nothing anyone can do about
So
my
I
friend.
don't know how to help you, but I would want to.
Yeah.
Whoa, did you hear that though? Did you hear what Joe just said?
That's beautiful what I
Yeah.
just said.
Yeah, what you just said is beautiful.
I'm gonna cry like I'm watching Coco.
Can we both cry?
That would be good, Doctor.
Make it happen.
Yeah, you guys can cry.
I'm like,
I think
Absolutely.
we should be recording.
I
This
could
should
cry
be
at any
your first
moment.
episode of your show that will
Yeah,
go
you
against
it's a
Dr.
crossover.
Phil.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, Dr. Phil came into the world through Oprah, and you guys can be my Oprah.
Oh my God. Do an impression. Go ahead, Joe.
Who is Oprah?
Nice.
Deflection with humor.
Right, absolutely.
But it makes me feel good to laugh.
It does. It's great. And I think that
I think, checking in honestly and making me laugh would be
Yeah.
funny or
Yeah.
good.
yeah, I think the same for me. Like, just how are you doing? How's your friend? You would need to talk.
Yeah.
If you
that's
need
nice.
anything, I'm here. That's always
These
nice.
are good. These are simple too.
You
Yeah,
should be
it takes
writing
2
these
seconds.
down.
I think I knew. I just didn't. It's hard because I don't want to bring up. Like, I guess here's what I'm afraid of is that I'll send a text message
And I'll be happy.
right. You'll be in a happy place. And I'll be like, "How's your friend?" And then you'll be like, "Oh yeah."
But I can tell you, there's literally hasn't been like a second of the day that I haven't thought about it.
So it sounds like to me, though, you offered how Joe can check in with you without stimulating the sadness by just saying, "Hey, how are you? Do you need anything?" And being very general about that, the same way you do with Joe.
What if she said she needed something? I'm like, "Oh really? I don't want to go get you a."
I would,
hamburger."
I would never say I needed
No, I'm just
something.
saying, Ashley. What
But
am
what
I
if I
supposed to do?
called you
I have
with
to
that?
do it
Would you-
now. I I have to be nice.
Yeah.
Send her an Uber Eats.
Interesting. Oh, I've never done that,
Me either.
but they're a sponsor of the show now.
Yeah.
I think what you can check in on that is you can also say, like, I can offer you support. I can offer you laughter. I can offer you a viewing of The Little Prince.
Oh
or
my
just
gosh.
to maybe
Or-
send me
I'd
some
love to
pics
watch-
or something.
Yeah.
Did you say you had seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh. I love that movie.
So you just want to watch Little Prince.
Maybe in a couple weeks. I just saw
You
it
just
pretty
saw it,
recently.
right.
So I'm going to read the book. I have the book from the library. I'm going
right.
to read the book.
Okay.
Then
Okay, cool. We'll
let's watch The Little Prince, because I love sharing. That gets me excited is when I say, let's watch The Little Prince. Let's watch Dirty Money. Now that's a good one too.
You bring that one up.
Dirty Money?
You've probably this is about the 6th fucking time you've asked me.
think
Have you
everyone
seen
should
Dirty
watch it.
Money? Why do you love
Ashlee, have
Dirty
you
Money
seen it?
so much?
No,
Dirty Money?
I
Okay.
haven't. Remember,
He's
I'm
just
future
outrageous.
doctoring right now.
Yeah, she hasn't
Well,
seen anything. She
You
doesn't have
gotta
time.
watch.
I missed
you gotta
all
make
of
time
Bachelor
for
in
Dirty
Paradise,
Money.
everything.
Dirty Money is a documentary series.
Yes, I know because you've told me every single time you come here, you tell me to watch Dirty Money
Well,
So, Laura,
and Hunting Hitler.
does that mean that maybe is something that's important to him?
Dirty
yeah.
Money.
Dirty Money is important to me.
I think that in general, like, documentary series are somewhat important to you. It seems to be like one of the main things you watch, and the things that you rave. You come here, Hunting Hitler, you rave.
Hunting Hitler was amazing.
Dark Tourist.
Amazing.
Dark
Who knew
Tourist,
that he
you
was maybe
rave.
he was maybe in Argentina.
Dark
He
Tourist.
might- Dark Tourist is very
See,
good.
I mean, you get him started on this. He really, so yeah, documentary series. I guess I could maybe watch an episode of Dirty Money,
Oh,
and
we'd
then
have
we could
so
really
much to
talk
talk
about, yeah.
Right. You could
Oh.
even finish each other's sentences like you just did
Yeah.
there.
We love to do
Yeah.
that. Finish each other's.
Dark Prince.
Yep.
Or the Little
Sandwiches.
Prince. Dirty Prince.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of love languages?
I've heard of that, but I never have. I've heard of people say like the love
Yeah.
languages. I
Yeah.
don't know what they are.
Right. So
I
they're-
usually tune out after they say my love language is,
And then you're
I
like,
go,
okay.
you're like, my love language is Tinder. Swipe left, swipe right.
Well, that is. But his
Now
is
we're
Tinder.
talking.
Okay, Cupid.
Well, I'm on a
Hinge,
slight
Bumble.
pause, but
Sure.
anyway.
Language.
So love languages. The first one is physical touch. So somebody whose love language for number one of that would be you really enjoy affection or like cuddling or hugs or
We're not.
needing a hug, needing to be touched by that person.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's me at all.
And then,
I seize up.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, get off me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
Like, why are you doing that?
suffocate me.
The next one is words of affirmation. And that's what I made you guys practice, which was sharing those positive statements about each other, which seemed a little bit difficult for one of you more than the other.
Interesting.
I think, yeah, I don't know if I say the things. I think I try to act the things.
Right. So the next one is acts of service, which falls under that category where you, like when someone does something for you, like when their intentions have you in the center of it, you're that person that they did something for. That's what acts of service are. So people who speak acts of service, they know that if they're roommate comes home from work and they're tired and they don't like a dirty house, if they get home first, then they clean up the common area. So that person can come home and just fall apart on the couch and not be upset about dirty socks everywhere or whatever.
I think that's more me.
And then the next one is gifts. Giving gifts, receiving gifts. There's always somebody who has an uncomfortable like family member who brings them a tchotchke of shorts from like wherever they went on vacation while you were working 80 hours a week to remind you they went on vacation.
I'm sensing
There's
something
a lot of
with
layers
Ashlee.
to that. Yeah, let's get into that. Which aunt is doing that?
Man, not enough. And then the final one is quality time.
Joe?
So quality time being that you spend time together that you both find to be quality. So you're not just like sitting in a common space scrolling through whatever nonsense on your phones, but you're actually doing something you both like doing, like the podcast.
Oh, so
Yeah.
this would count as quality time.
Yeah.
What's your language, do you think, Joe?
None of them really popped. I was hoping one would be like, oh, that's it.
That probably says something, though, doesn't it?
I think I'm low maintenance. That's what that means, right, Ashley?
I want to challenge you a little bit.
Or
and
I'm
I wanna-
unfeeling.
I want to challenge
going
you.
for the latter,
Yeah. Are you open to love, Joe?
I don't know. Yeah. I definitely have closed myself off to love at many times. I don't know. I mean, I think one thing for me is I would try to verbalize things more than I used to. Like I want to tell people when I think they're good at something or when I like them, or because I think I struggled with expressing it to others. They wouldn't necessarily know how I feel. So I try and do that more, but I don't know about the receiving as much, you know? I try and give more than...
You try and give love?
Well, me saying things is me trying to give it. Yes.
That's a lot for you.
Yes, because I previously wouldn't have.
When did you start that? Would you say maybe roughly a year or so ago?
You mean around episode
Just when
1?
you started to change maybe inside and melt a little bit?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think it was probably around the time that Up came out.
Here we go.
What?
But you know you'll never be that guy if you don't let your wall down. You'll never be like the guy from Up because he was married for a really long time, right?
I know that really made me sad.
So
Yeah.
So you have feelings.
But I am in a more emotional state now probably than I was, 4 months ago or something.
It's important to acknowledge progress.
Oh, see how you say those things? It's like, wow. Like she just takes a moment and then she really tells you why it matters. It is important to acknowledge progress. And you have progressed since we first began this friendship.
You know what? We've
progressed. Yeah, that's true. I just don't want to stop here. That's all that my concern is. I don't want to get comfortable.
She's holding her hand at about cheek level right now.
Right. And so let me go ahead and raise it up here.
See, now she's above her head.
That's where I want to be. Here's where we are. Cheek level. Want to be above the head.
Well, even if you look back and you think, wow, we just started as two strangers. We recorded episodes of a podcast and slowly became what we are today, which is at your cheek level.
That's true. That's cheek level.
You know where we were before?
Butt level. We know that.
No.
We started at crotch.
You don't start at butt.
We started right at butt.
You started at the bottom, now you're here.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought we would have started at the ground. And then
No,
I would
we
say,
started
look at all
butt
that
to butt.
progress.
I think we started
We're
butt
almost
to
to the
butt.
mountaintop.
We've done a lot of circling around ways that we can communicate to each other about how we can build intimacy when we're feeling maybe vulnerable or having crummy emotions or having crummy days. And we've talked about the idea of maybe coming up with some solutions for building off of what you already have. But I haven't heard any from either side, really. Have you guys heard any that I missed?
I have a solution. I think that we have to spend time together outside of the podcast.
And by spend time together outside of the podcast, what could that be?
Go grab a beer. You could come to I've invited him to come to the tailgate a couple times. Things like that. Go to the movies or something.
Little Prince.
Yeah, watch a movie. Some
I think
animated
you need to see
thing.
Up first.
I'm fine
Now
with
that I
animated,
know Up,
whatever.
She hasn't seen Up.
Right.
Ashley, you can come too because you haven't seen Up.
I've seen Up and I
Wait, I
own
thought you
Up.
said you didn't.
No, I was just protecting anybody who maybe hasn't seen Up.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Now I
because
don't know when you've been telling the truth.
Now you feel violated.
And this is when I close off again. Nice knowing you. Every time I open myself up, someone lies about
Typically, therapists don't open up about themselves, but because we're functioning a little bit outside of the parameters.
Up, everyone's seen Up.
I haven't seen it. I just haven't. I don't like
That's almost making me angry.
like Pixar stuff. It doesn't interest me that much, but that's just me.
Ooh, okay, well.
But I heard that you're willing to do something
I
that's
am
not
willing.
as interesting
Did you
to
see
you as it is
WALL-E?
to him.
No, I did not.
Oh, WALL-E's a great movie.
Thank you.
I didn't see it. No.
It's a scary
Pixar
reality.
movies are a different genre. Frozen, sorry, no thanks.
No.
Up. WALL-E.
Wall-E.
Coco? Honestly, I was
The Little
surprised.
Prince.
I was surprised that I liked it. Little Prince is some French company.
I'd like you to give a solution here, though.
My solution? Mm-hmm. We could get to that level if we're going to do things that are exciting and fun.
Like
I'm just
watch.
seeing your face when when you get to the end of Up and you're crying. I'm going to feel warmth inside.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But you'll both be crying.
I might not be. I might just be staring at her and smiling because I've helped her feel.
So if Laura was to cry during Up, that would tell you it was okay.
This is like the standard that we're using.
It would be okay for
Yeah.
you guys to be closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless she cried too much, then I might be like, oh, that's kind of weird. Because I only got misty. A tear didn't come out.
Well,
Coco,
you're not
a
the
tear
standard
came
for-
out. So if she
So
got...
Coco's sadder than Up.
I was also in a
So there
sadder
you go.
place.
So-
personally, I had
Right.
some issues going on.
So are we maybe coming to an idea here that perhaps these movies and how important they are to you, maybe it's not the movie? You know,
What is it?
maybe you have an issue expressing yourself and your emotions and feeling your feelings. So you say, "Oh, I'll put in a little Pixar movie. It's just a fun little light movie," knowing that's going to get you stirred up. Maybe,
No, I want to
maybe
cry.
help you pop a tear out.
Oh, I'd love to cry more.
Exactly. That's what I'm
I
saying.
told you. I said we should
you're
cry
using
together.
you're using the movies as a way
No,
to
I'm
feel.
not. I'm being honest. I'm saying human crying. I love it. Always will.
I almost have a deeper interpretation of him wanting you to cry while
Okay.
watching Up.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
It's that if he were to see you cry during a movie that moved him, that would, in your own unique way, that would be your way of showing him that he's important to you.
I think you're exactly right. I think you're exactly right on that. Doctor.
Thank you, doctor.
Future doctor.
Future doctor.
Future doctor.
Wow. I feel like we really did some work today.
Certainly got the old brain ticking.
Let's just, we'll take a little break. And first of all, thank you so much for being here with us. I want to do this again. This has to happen. I
I'd
think
like
we
to
need to
see
check
our
back
progress.
in.
Maybe
and,
after we do some activities.
Yeah, check back in and just, she can hold us accountable. Accountability right here, you know. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank
Listeners,
you.
we're going to take a quick break and Joe and I'll just sum it up for you. And wow. I don't know. I'm feeling things.
Okay, let's go to break. Stop.
I'm just-
Dude, you got to stop.
Wow.
Okay. Break.
Golly.
And break.
Jeez.
Start the break.
You know, my dad used to tell me never pass up a good chance to shut up.
The doctor has left the building. She's left the building. Well, I don't think I'm supposed to say doctor. So we'll just say the future doctor, she's left the building.
Okay.
She's out. And
Let's
we're
say
in
that.
shambles. Both of us. Or we're like broken to the ground. She broke us.
Although I'm excited about Pixar films and seeing them with you.
I'm excited about.
Because I get excited. If I watch something by myself and I think it's good, I really want everyone to see it. Like,
I mean, I don't like the focus so much on Pixar, but
well, it
if
could be
that's going to
Planet of the
facilitate
Apes,
our
or
friendship,
it could be,
you know.
another movie.
You like Planet of the Apes a lot too. You brought that one.
I make like new girlfriends watch things.
You thinking about taking maybe a brick out of the wall?
What?
Taking a brick out of that wall and maybe peeking through at me? What if we put our fingers through and touched each other
I don't
through the
I don't
wall?
Think I
what if you put something through and I put something there, just on the other side?
I think.
Can I make a glory hole in the wall that you've built?
I knew what you were
between
getting
us
at.
is what I'm
just
saying.
I don't think I'm a little concerned now that she's gone, that Ashley's
Oh,
gone.
okay.
That like you're gonna twist her words and you're gonna say, "Oh, let's put your
Put a glory
penis
hole.
through a hole in the wall."
Well,
That's not what the doctor recommended.
okay. Well, then I'll take it back a little bit. But remember, it was I slow down, you speed up a little, and we go in the same rhythm.
See, again, I just feel like you're Dr. Philling me a bit. Where you're like, you're a corn
Got
pipe.
a corn pipe on a button nose.
Okay, take him out. Security, get him out of here.
If Dr. Phil was here,
Yeah.
and you obviously can channel him,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think the good doctor would say about this episode?
Joe,
Oh, immediately.
like my mom always used to say,
This
it's
is
time to
Forrest Gump.
shit or get off the pot.
Oh, you actually kind of made it
Yeah.
relevant.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
May I?
Sure.
Okay.
It's time to shit or get off the
No,
pot.
I'm not going to say
Okay.
the same quote.
I just
I'm gonna
wanted
do
to
a
really,
different
I
one.
wanted to see how I was saying it just to work on the,
Laura,
oh,
you need to shit and flush it away.
so get rid of you.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're the turd.
I don't know.
Well, you know what? We learn things about each other. Closer, further apart, closer. We don't even need to ask the question.
I know that question's becoming obvious
Irrelevant
at this point.
Yeah, we are
irrelevant.
closer. I mean, there's a wall, there's a hole, there's a penis, there's an orifice, and that's where we are. Closest you can be inside is what we would say, right?
What if we did? Oh no, then that's making it because you want this pure I want to hang out without the podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what if we watched The Little Prince
And recorded it?
No, I would did a live stream.
I'd be down with that.
Yeah,
Because
but then
it's not work,
that's not
really.
pure. That's still not
It's
pure.
not work, really.
It's not pure.
What if we
I'd love
did the
to
live
give that
stream,
to
but
the
I
patrons.
gave us both LSD or something, so we'd forget that we were being taped. That's
Now, that
really
seems
pure.
like a good compromise.
All right. So you guys stay tuned for that. That could be a patron-only
That's
exclusive.
a patron-only thing.
We
you
take
get to
LSD, watch The Little Prince.
I'm going to have some real good insight into that movie.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to Heavy Friending, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Is this season 2 now?
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting into season 2 territory, right?
It is because I saw a time thing on Facebook.
Like that we've been doing it for a year now?
Well, I don't know.
I can't remember when
in
the
October,
first...
I think. So I think pretty
Oh,
soon.
so we're not... Okay, so we're not in season 2 yet. But man, the fact that that's even going to happen is crazy.
But next week is October.
Who's worse, Dr. Phil or Dr. Drew?
Dr. Phil. Dr. Drew at least has an edge that's sexy to him.
Yeah, I was about to say, I knew you were going to say because he's sexier
That's 'cause he's
than Dr.
sexy.
Phil.
Yeah.
That silver-haired fox
I
of
know.
a doctor.
But he does scandalous things
What do you call
celebrity
it
rehab.
when you fall in love with your doctor? What's that? When you fall in love with your therapist?
Inappropriate.
Okay, well, yeah. But
Do they teach you that?
Yes.
yes, you're not
Yeah,
supposed to do
there's a
that.
pamphlet that we get to hand out to people when they say they've had romantic relationships with their therapist or their previous doctors, and it says professional therapy does not include sex.
Wow.
So it's pretty explicit.
I'm unbuttoning my pants.
Is that not what happened? I got a
Yes,
rewind button and we can damn sure play it back.